Hey there, and welcome back to Gurji channel. Today, we are going to build this modern portfolio website completely from the scratch. And this particular course is completely beginner friendly. Okay, so we are going to build this beautiful application, the portfolio website from React, Vite, and the Tailwind CSS. Okay, so let's walk through the application. So if you see, right, this beautiful modern designing on the left hand side, we have beautiful bar. On the header section we have this particular header. Then if I scroll right, only this part of this application is scrolling, and on the right hand side the image is fixed. Okay, if I scroll down, you will see this beautiful modern designing of the portfolio website. Okay, and there are different section. You will see the beautiful animations. Even though if you see right here, the progress bar is moving on the scroll. Okay, whenever I scroll, the progress bar is moving from top to bottom with a beautiful animation. And this complete application is beginner friendly. Even though you new for React or Vite, don't worry, I'm gonna teach you everything. Vite is one of the most popular build tool available for the React, and that what we are going to use to build this React application. Okay, and if you are new on my channel, please do subscribe to my channel, and please join my channel as well and to support my channel. Okay, and before doing any further delay, let's begin. So we are going to use Vite as our build tool to create our React application. Build tool is quite faster to build it and very much faster in response. Okay, if you scroll down and on their official website, you will see a different features of this particular Vite build tool. Okay, so let's get started. And if you scroll down in the documentation, right here is the command to create your application in Vite. Okay, so let's go back to a desired folder where you want to create a project and open command prompt by typing cmd. Okay, then here you can just type npm, and if you see right, this is the command which you want to use. You can just copy paste it here like this. Okay, and click enter. Then it will ask the project name. We'll say personal portfolio. Okay, and enter it. Now it will ask the framework in which you want to develop, right? So in this case we are going to use React, so I will select the React. And do you want to use TypeScript or JavaScript? Okay, so in this case we'll select the TypeScript, and boom, your project is get created. Okay, now just go to the folder personal project, and if you see right, after that you have to run this particular command and all. So first of all, I go to the project folder. Okay, so I think I misspelled the name. Okay, and then you have to do npm install. Okay, and just wait for a few seconds. So if you create the same application in React, it will take a lot of time to build or to create the application. But the Vite, it's quite faster. Okay, so if you see right now, it's installing the required dependency, and once it's done, we can open the VS Code by just typing code space dot. Okay, like this. So right now we are in the project folder, and if you see on the left hand side, you will see files and folder. Right, the first thing is public folder. Inside the public folder, we will keep all our assets, images, and everything. Okay, like the website logo, all other web logos or images inside public folder. Then in source folder, where we are writing all our code or keep all our files and everything. Okay, so in that again we have assets folder, also where you can put the images and everything. Then we have app.css, where the related styling is applied here. Okay, in app.tsx, where this is our home page. Okay, once you run this application, this is our first home page we are displaying on the screen. The index.css is applied to the main uh, main file. Okay, so if you see right, we have this index.html, and this is the starting point of our application. Okay, here will the application will get start. And then we have the main.tsx, where it define all our, if you see right, this is the app it defined, right, and this app nothing but this particular app.tsx, where is starting point for the application. Okay, in Vite and React. So after that we have this packet.json where all have script dependency install. Okay, and ts.config.json. So let's run the application first. So just go to a terminal and new terminal. Okay, now if you don't know how to run the application, because if you are new on this particular Vite or React, right, this is the, if you go to this official website, it show how to run the application and everything, right? So for that one, you have just type npm run day. Okay, and if you see, immediately without 2 or 3 seconds, it run the application on this particular portal. Okay, just open this one, and if you see, your application is running. And they mention that edit source that app.txx to serve the test html, right? If you go to this, if you go to here, okay, so app.tsx, right, here is the beginner file. So if I remove this one and type something like to tag, I will type subscribe to Tube Guruji. Guys, if you did not subscribe to my channel, please do subscribe and save it. See, subscribe to Guruji is showing on the screen. Okay, perfect. So, guys, I hope you understand how to create a React Vite application with using this Vite React build tool. Okay, perfect. Next, we are going to install the Tailwind CSS. Okay, so on Google, just type Tailwind CSS with, okay, and it will give the steps to install this Tailwind CSS with Vite. Okay, this is the first link which I open, and if you see, these are some steps we need to follow in order to add the Tailwind CSS in our application. So it's quite easy. First, we already create the project. Okay, then scroll down to the second step where we need to execute these 2 lines. Okay, just copy these 2 lines, go to your terminal and paste it here like this. Okay, so these two files will generate the two different these two commands will generate two files. One is tailwind.config.js and then postcss.config.js. And if you see, once this command executed, these two files get added, the tailwind.config.js and then postcss. Okay, now scroll down. This in third step, right, you have to copy this all of this code and you have to keep it in tailwind.config.js. Okay, so go to the tailwind.config.js. Okay, and paste it here and save it. Then next thing, in index.css we have to copy this 3 line. Okay, so in index.css at the top I will add it. Okay, you can add it anywhere you want and save this one. After that, you just need to run the project. Okay, in order to check whether it's installed or not, what I will do, I will just copy this h1 tag and I will go to this app.tsx and paste it here like this. Okay, and save it. Now just stop your server first and run your project again. Okay, and if you go back to a project, see, the tailwind css is applied to this particular h2 tag. Okay, so this is the property which is saying if I hover on the text 3xl, which is nothing but the font size of 30 pixel and line height 36 pixel, which is equivalent to text 3xl. Okay, if I hover on this font bold, if you see, the css for that one is font weight 700 and the underline is the text decoration line. Okay, so this is how the tailwind css used, and it's quite easy. If you go to the documentation how to use it, right, if you want to search how to apply the border, just search border and then it will give the border weight, how to apply it. See, the perfect example, right? Throughout the application we are going to use tailwind css, and I'm going to teach you how to apply the tailwind css to and in our application. Okay, now let's apply the custom font. Right now, if you go to our application, and here if you see, we have this font family called inter. Okay, but we will use our custom font. So let's go to Google Font, and here I selected this outfit form. Okay, the once you open this outfit form, the select which you want, right? So I selected the regular, medium, bold and extra bold. Okay, and just add it and you will see, you will get this link or the import statement. Right now I will copy this link, just select copy and then go back to our application, and in the index.html paste it here. Okay, once you paste it, just save it. Now just copy this name of this particular fonts, which is the outfit, right? And in index.css, instead of enter, just paste the outfit, okay, and save it. And immediately you will see the font is changed, right? If you want to see change, right now I selected enter back. If I save, see the font is changing, okay. So this font we are going to use. After that, right now our text is showing on the center, right? We don't want it in center, we want on the top left corner, okay. So for that one, if you scroll down, right here we have the body tag. So remove this place item, okay. So it will come in this um, top at the like this, right? If you remove the display flex, nothing is working, right? That's fine. Then go to the app.css, and here it's saying text align center, okay. And also remove the padding. And what else do you need to remove? Okay, you can remove the marginato, okay. It's up to you. If you want to remove, you can, or okay, we can keep as it is, okay. So right now we got the our text on the left top corner. Now we will start building the header, okay. Now, to implement the header, first of all, let's create a folder in source folder called components. So inside the component folder, we'll create a new folder, new file called header.js. Okay, sorry, it's a tsx because we are using the TypeScript. So it needs to be tsx. Okay, and add the default template by just typing rfc, right? Now if I enter it, right, you'll get this default template, okay. And this is because we added this extension called es7 plus react, okay. This particular extension you have to install it. Also make sure to install this tailwind css in tailsense, okay. This will give this tailwind css suggestion when you are writing the code. You'll get to know once we start developing, okay. But now, once you added this header, go to the app.tsx and just remove this code. And here we'll add the head. We'll import this component called header like this, okay? And make sure that import statement is get added and save it. Now, if you go back to our application, if you see the header is showing on the screen, okay? Perfect. Now I also added this logo.png in the public folder. Okay, see like this. Okay, so now go to the header and where we will start designing our menu. Okay, so first thing, inside this div I will add one div. Okay, and here I will use some uh, styling. So write class name, inside that give width of 90 pixel. Okay, then I will give height of 90 pixel, and we'll make background to be black and save it. See, it will look like this, okay. And inside this we will add the image source, okay. So that image I'm using from the public folder, so you can just write like this, okay. You don't need to use this complete path because public folder act or itself act as a complete path, so you don't need to specify differently, okay. For this one you can give the, just save it. And if you see the name is showing, right, the logo is in the white color. So what I will do, I will add the class name and I will give padding of 7, okay. And it will look like this. Perfect. Next, uh, we will add the list of menu, okay. So I already have the list of menu, I will just paste it here, okay. It's simple. This is the I added this constant, and this is a list contain this id, name and home, okay. So we will use to iterate this one, okay. So I will add one more div, and inside this I will iterate this menu list. So menu app, I will add item, and inside that I will add another div. Perfect, like this. And just try to print out item dot name, okay, whether the menu list is showing. And if you see, the list of menu is showing on the screen, okay. Now what I will do, I will wrap this in h2 tag, okay, and we'll give some styling to this one. So first thing, I will add the cursor pointer, okay. So I will add the class name to be cursor pointer. So whenever I hover on it, you will see the cursor pointer is changed, right. Also, for this particular div, right, add class name, here I will make a flex, and I add the gap of 14. Okay, see, like this. Okay. Also, on hover, right, I want to show the underline, so I will use underline, and I will give the offset number. Okay, for example 8. So what I will do, it will give some gap if I hover on it, right? So I don't know why it's not working. Let's me check. First of all, let's try to put underline, and on hover we put the underline. So if I hover on it, so the underline is showing. Now let's put the offset 8, save it. No, offset is not working. Let me increase the size. So, and I'm not sure why is offset is not working. Let me, okay, we'll check it out in some time, but for now I will put underline. Okay, if I hover it, it's showing underline. Okay, and also I will change the font size to medium. Okay, so little bit bigger in size. Next, we'll add one more box like this. Okay, so I will just copy the same structure here. Okay, and save it. If you see structure, only thing I will change the background to red 500. Okay, and this is what, you don't need to even specify the color. Here you will get the list of bunch of color with this shading and everything in the particular color category, right? You can just select, and if you say, see, the color is displaying on the screen. Now instead of image, I'm going to show you the mail icon, right? So just go to this hero icons and search for the mail. Okay, this is one of the best library for the icons, and here you just copy which whatever you want, right? So I will copy this jsx. Okay, this envelope, and then go back to our application and paste it here like this. Okay, I will just format this one, and once you save it, you'll see the icon is showing like this. Okay, now what you have to do, you have to bring it is in the center. So for this class name, make it flex. I say justify center, and then get item to be center, so it will be in the center. Okay, also I will change the width and height of this one. Okay, and the text I will change to white. See, okay, perfect. Now bring everything in one line. So for this parent div, okay, first I will make class name and make it flex. Okay, and if you see, it will look like this. Okay, then what you have to do, you have to make it item to be in the center. Okay, and then if I see, it will look like this. Then you have to give width to be screen, so it will be full screen. Okay, and then you have to, it's not looking like correctly right now, but you can also mention the justify between property. Okay, so what it will do, it will give a space. See, okay, and also I will add the border at the bottom side. So in order to add the border, you can just write border bottom, and you can give the size. So in this case I view 1 pixel and save it, and if you see, we'll add the border as well. And on a hover of this one, it's showing this beautiful underline. Okay, so guys, until now, if you have any question, let me know in the comment section. Okay, next we'll add the sidebar. Okay, now next we will add this sidebar. Okay, so let's go back to our application, and inside this component folder I will create a new file called sidebar.tsx. Okay, add the default template by typing rfce, and it will add the default template for us. Now add this sidebar inside this app.tsx. Okay, like this, and save it. Now here, okay, let's make sure that sidebar is showing on the screen. See, okay. Next, let me remove this sidebar here, and we will start building here. Okay, so first of all, if you see, right, we want the exact width like this. Okay, so I will just copy this div, and I will paste it here like this, and close the div tag. Okay, and if I save it, you will see the block here. Okay, now for that one, obviously I want the white background, and then I want the full screen. Okay, so I will just write height to be screen size height. Okay, and save it. I will remove this 90 pixel height because I don't want to use specific height. Right now it's not showing. Let's give some border. So what I will do, border, will give border to the right only. Okay, and I will give the size of 1 pixel and save it. And if you see, the border is showing on the screen. Okay, now our screen right now is scrolling, right? And we don't want to give the scroll. So for that one, you can just say fix. Okay, so position to be fixed. And if you see right now, you cannot scroll. Okay, and that's what we wanted. Perfect. So it's look good. Next, we will add the text. So we'll add the h2 tag and we'll say home page. Okay, and save it. So if you see the home page showing here, okay, but we want to show home page vertically. Okay, so in order to put it vertically, the Tailwind CSS is quite easy. I told you, right? So here you just need to write rotate. Okay, and we want to rotate in minus degree, and we want to rotate 90 degree, and like this, and save it. And if you see, it's rotated. Okay, right now it's at the top. So let's bring it. So let's say flex column, and say justify center. Okay, and also make the item to be in the center and save it. And if you see, it's coming in the center. Okay, now let's add some icons. So for the icon, I'm using this React icon library. Okay, react icon.github.io, and you will find a different bunch of icons. Okay, so for first, you have to install this dependency. Okay, and just install it, copy it, and go to VS Code and paste it here like this, and then you can use it. Okay, so right now, you will see on the left hand side, you will find a different types of icons. For now I'm using this icon icon 5. Okay, you have to import this statement, and then whatever the icon you will use, right, this name you have to replace with the icon name. Okay, so I already have a bunch of icon. I will just copy it. Okay, and paste it here. So see, I put the icon names. Okay, and after this I will add one div tag. I will put all the icons. Okay, I will remove it for now and save it. And if you go back to our application, you will see the icon is mixing with this home page. Okay, so to fix this issue, right, you have to make it justify around here instead of center. And if you see, the icon and the home page is showing here, like the text and everything. Okay, now let's apply some styling to this uh, icons. Okay, so this whatever the logo we added. Okay, first let's make it flex and make it flex column. Okay, so it will be in vertical. Also give gap of 7. So if you give the gap, you'll see it will look like this. Okay, I will give some margin from the bottom to be 10, and I will make the text to be 20 pixels, so that text size is applied to all the icons. Okay, and if you see, the icon size is increased now. Next, we'll add the class name here. Add the class name to this each of this particular logo or icon. So this logo act as a text only. Okay, so whatever the property you are applying to text, you can apply it for this one as well, right? So first of all, I will make cursor pointer. Okay, then on hover, I will make the scale size to be 110. Okay, and for a smooth animation, make sure whenever you hover, you are putting some scaling or something, right? You have to make transition all. So this will give you the smooth animation. See, and you can give the ease in out what type of animation what. Okay, so yeah, is in out. Okay, and copy the same for all of these icons. I will paste it here for this one and for this one. And if you see, each icon is increase the size. Okay, perfect. Now home page, right? Now you can increase the spacing between these letters as well. Okay, so let's give the spacing. So for that one, you just need to write tracking, and you have different option, right? So you can do widest, see, spacing increase. Okay, perfect. So we successfully implement this sidebar as well. Okay, if you have any question until this point, let me know in the comment section. Now here, right, if I decrease the screen size, okay, let me decrease the screen size, and you see it look weird, right? Even though on mobile screen it's not look good, right? We can keep this one, but we want to change this layout, right? So what we can do, let's go back to our application, and inside this header, right, we will hide this menu bar. So when the screen size is medium, we can show it flex, Otherwise, initially we can hide this menu bar and save it. And if you see, the menu bar is hiding now, and on the mobile screen also it's look perfectly fine. And when it's increase the size, see, the menu bar is showing on the screen. Now we want to show the user profile on the right side and the information on the left hand side, right? So that we need to divide the screen into two sections. One is the two-third of the screen and another is one-third of the screen. Okay, so it's very easy. Let's go back to our application, and inside the app.tsx we will add one div after this sidebar, and then we will add two more div. Okay, one is this um, user data, you can say, and another is, you can say, profile pic. Okay, and save it. Right now if you see, it's showing on the left hand side, right? But we want to give some margin from the left, which is equal to the width of this particular sidebar. Okay, so for this div I will give class name margin left to 90 pixel. And if you see right now, see, it's perfectly coming on the right hand side. Okay, depends on the margin. Next, let's apply the grid. So convert this div into the grid. Okay, and we'll make grid column 1 when the size is smaller. Okay, and when the screen size is medium or larger, we can make grid columns of 3. Okay, so now we once we make the grid columns of 3, we can change this particular div to the column span. Okay, so it needs to be column span of 2, right? So what it will do, it will take two-third of the size and the remaining size will be to this profile pic. And if I save this one, if you see, this much data is up to this point is coming to the data, and this profile pic coming to the right hand side. Okay, now let's add this profile pic. Okay, so here we'll create a new component called profile pic.jsx, add the default template, save it, and let's replace this with the actual component name. Okay, in the tag, and save it. And now if you see, the profile pic is showing on the screen, this text, right? Now replace with the actual image. So I already added this image. Okay, user's image. So in a profile pic, here I will add the image source. Obviously source is from the public folder, so directly I can give the path like this, not path but only the file name. Okay, like this. And then I save this one, right? See, it will come like this. But if you see this, we are getting this gap. So obviously we need to give the some styling. For example, we give the class name height to be screen. Okay? And if you see, stretch, right, but it's covering the screen, so you can say object to be cover. Okay, and now it will not stretch. Okay, but if you see, we have scroll, horizontal scroll, we don't want that one. So for this particular div, give the class name and make it fix. That's it, and save it. And if you see, now it's fixed and it's showing on the right hand side. Also, when the screen size is smaller, okay, we want to hide this profile pic. So here you just need to mention in app.tsx for this div, when the screen size is smaller, just make it hidden initially, and when the screen size is medium or larger, you can make it block. Okay, means it will display. And if you see, right, if I decrease the screen size, okay, if I decrease screen size like this, see, the user profile is gone. Okay, that's what we wanted. And on the profile, the mobile view as well, it's not showing anymore. Okay, perfect. Now we will add the user information section. Okay, so let's go back to our application, and inside this component folder we create a new file called introduction.tsx. Okay, add the default template, and then make sure to import in app.tsx. So now here we'll import in the first block, right? So remove this and add the introduction here. Okay, and make sure to import the introduction component inside this app.tsx and save it. Okay, now once you save it, see, the introduction name is displaying on the screen. Okay, now let's go to introduction.tsx, and inside this one we will start implementing. Okay, So let me show you what we want to build. Okay, so if you see right on this particular section, we are showing this the hello my name is, and the name of the user, and some designation kind of thing, and the user profile image. Okay, and also if you see right, this we beautifully designed this vertical line with this beautiful green dot. Okay, so similar kind of thing we are going to implement. So first, so let's implement the vertical line first. So here let's add div class name. Okay, let me close this div, and here I will give the height of 120 pixel. Okay, so that is the height of this particular line, vertical line. Okay, then in order to show the line, right, I need to give some border kind of thing. Okay, and I'm giving border only at one side. Okay, and save it. So right now it's not able to see it, right, because it's touching somewhere here. So what we can do, we can give the class name called flex and make justify center. Okay, and now if you see, the line is showing on the screen. Okay, now if you see right, we gave the padding here. Okay, so in order to uh, touch it to the at the top, right, top border, we need to give margin top in the minus. Okay, so in order to give the minus size, you can give like this margin top. Okay, and minus 20 pixel in the square bracket. Okay, and if you see, it touches to this particular border. Okay, now let's add that particular circular bar. If you see right, this dot, so I will make another div. Okay, and for this div I will add class name, and I will add width of 5 pixel and height of 5 pixel. Okay, then we'll add background green, maybe 600, and save it. And if you see, the square is get added here. Okay, then we can make it rounded full, so just make this rounded to be full. Okay, and here we can make flex column. Okay, because we want after this line, correct? So if you see, it's showing here, but we need to make center. Let's make it item to be center. If you see, the dot is showing up below this line. Okay, perfect. So this is how we can add this particular design. Next, we can add this name, hello my name is. Okay, so after this one, just add the h2 tag, and inside the h2 tag we can say hello. Okay, my name is. Okay, and if you see, it will look like this. So give some styling. So let's say class name, margin top to 5. Okay, then I will make text to black and font to be medium bold. Okay, and then also I will make text of 13 pixel. Okay, and also we make tracking widest. Okay, because we want to give gap between the words. So it will look like this look perfect. Okay, then we'll add the next big word, the name of the user, right, which is my name called Rahul Sanap. So let's add that one now. So after this one, let's add another h2 tag, and inside that we can write Rahul, and after in the next line we want the Sanap, right, in the next word. So I will add the br tag. Okay, so break tag like this. Okay, and here we can write Sanap. If you see, perfect. Now let's give some styling to this one. So class name, first we can give the size. So let's say size of 17 pixel. Then we'll make font to be bold. Okay, and text to be black. And same thing, we will have added tracking widest, means the word between the gap between the word, and also margin top to 5. And if you see, this look perfectly fine. Okay, very simple. With the Tailwind CSS you can easily do it, right? And then next we will add the user image. So image source, and I already have this user's avatar here, see. Okay, so I will add that one. So let's say avatar. Okay, and dot jpg extension is there. Okay, and for that one I will add the width and height. So if you see right, if I save it, it's showing too big, right? So I will add the width of 160 pixel, and then height of 160 pixel. The reason I'm giving this much height and width, because I want to give padding after that, right? So let's see how it looks now. See, okay, now we can give the background to be gray, and we can give 200 maybe and save it. And if you see, right now you don't see background, but if I give the padding of 7, you will see the background. Okay, and just make it rounded to be full like this. See, okay, and we'll also give margin top to 7, and this is the perfect look, right? It's look perfectly fine. If you see this example, I see it's perfectly looking beautiful. If you have any question until this point, let me know in the comment section. Okay, and this is very simple, right? With the Tailwind CSS you can easily achieve these things. So let tell me how you feel about this one. Okay, and let's move to the next section now. Let's build the about section below this particular introduction. Okay, so for that one, let's add the new component called about tsx. Okay, and add the default template. Make sure the component name should be in the capital, so I will change this to about. Okay, and save it. Now add that particular component about component inside the app.tsx after the introduction. So here I will add about and save it. And if you see, the about text is showing on the screen. Okay, also I created a new folder called shared inside the source folder, and inside the string I added the whatever the string we are going to use in the application. I added it here, right? Like about heading and about description, and just you need to export this particular strings. Okay, now save this one and go to the about.tsx. Inside this about.tsx, first let's add the h2 tag, and inside this h2 tag we will add the about, if you see, right, the string, the about heading. Okay, so you can access it using the strings. Okay, so if you see, right, the string is importing from the shared slash strings dot, we want the about heading, so about heading, and save it. And if you see, the about heading is showing on the screen. Okay, now let's give some styling. So let's add a class name, and I will make text bigger, so I will add the text 40 pixel, and I will also make it bold. Okay, and if you see, it will look like this. Okay, now I want it in the center. Okay, and I also want some space between the x-axis. So what I can do, go to this particular parent div, inside that one, right? First of all, let's give margin top to 12 maybe, and then we can give padding x to 44. Okay, so if you see, the padding x to 44. Okay, also make text align center, so text will be in the center like this. Okay, and for other item I will make it as a flex and make it flex column. So whatever you add, right, it will be in one horizontal sorry, vertical line, and make sure to make it item to be center. Okay, right now see, this is how it looks. Okay, next we will add the, I want to add the icon. Okay, and you know that you can search the icon from this react icons. We already added this dependency. Okay, you can just search whatever you want. Okay, so in this case I'm going to use this code. Okay, by solid code and left and right. Okay, so just use this one. So I already have this particular code, so what I will do, I will just add it here like this. Okay, and make sure to import this particular statements as well. So I will add this statement here. Okay, now if I save this one, you will see the code here. See, okay, now let's give some styling to this code. So add class name to this one. Okay, so first thing, I will add the background color. So I will make background to be green 500. Okay, and so it will look like this. So let's give some padding. So I will give padding of 3. Okay, and let's make the size to be 44 pixel. And if you see, it will look like this. Make it rounded full, so it will be in the circular form, and I will make text to the white. Okay, and if you see, it look beautiful. Okay, circular form. Let's give some margin from the top. So I will give some margin top to 6. Okay, now same I will copy it and instead of left right I will make it right. So obviously right icon need to be there, and make sure to import that one, and everything will be similar. Okay, and if you see, the two code is get it added. Okay, now inside this two code I will add this about description section. Okay, so inside this, in this, bring it in one line, I will add this h2. Okay, inside the h2 tag I will add the about description. So let's get it from strings dot, sorry, strings dot about description. Okay, and if you see, the about description is coming. Okay, let's give some styling to this one. So I add class name. I will give margin on the y-axis. Okay, only vertical margin I will give. It will be 5, and we'll make the text gray little bit. So maybe 400. Okay, and make text little smaller, so 40 pixel, and save it. And if you see, it's look beautiful. Okay, perfect. Now one thing, if you observe, when you scroll it, this particular heading is getting, means it's a transparent, right, and your text is getting between this particular header, right. So to avoid this one, or to fix this one, right, go to the header .tsx file, right, and to this parent div just apply background to be white, and save it. And now if I save, see, now our issue is solved, right. So before that it was going through this header, but right now it's working perfectly fine. Okay, perfect. So next we'll add next section into this particular now we'll implement the service section. Okay, so let's go back to application, and inside the component let's create a new component called services.tsx. Okay, add the default template, and then make sure to add that this component, or import this component inside the app.tx after about. Okay, so this is my services component I imported, and save everything. Just make sure that services is showing on the screen, then go back into the services. Okay, so inside here, first of all we'll add the horizontal line, and in between that we will write the services word. Okay, so first of all I will add one div. Okay, and inside the div I will add the circle, right, which we added in the green color, right. Similar kind of circle I will add it here like this. Okay, and then I will add the horizontal line. Okay, so I will write div class name. Okay, and make sure to close this div. Here I will add width to be full. Then I will add border of 1 pixel. Okay, and then I will add margin x to 4, and make sure to save, and then go back and see how it looks. So see, okay, even though right now it not look good, but once we finish it, it will look like a circle. Okay, also I will give some margin top to -2 pixel. Okay, -2 pixel. So after that I will add the same kind of thing. Okay, but opposite, means first I will add border, and then I will add this um, line. Okay, and inside that we will show the services like this. Okay, and save it. And if you go back, it will look like this. Okay, don't worry. Also I already add some of the strings in this particular string.tsx. Okay, so we'll use that one. So in about.tsx, sorry, in services.tsx, replace this service with the actual string. So import the string from the shared slash string, and then add the services string. Okay, like this, and save it. Now for this div, let's make it class name and make it flex. And make sure to make item center, so it vertically it will be a center, and see, perfect, that's what we wanted. Okay, now for this div we will give some padding x to 12. Okay, and I will give a margin top to 12, and save it. The margin top, and if you see, service is showing on the screen with the beautiful circular dot on the both hand side. Okay, next we'll add the list of different services. Okay, so I already have the list, the array list for that one, so I will just paste it here. Okay, so I created this service list. Array list contain id, the title, the description and the logo. I added the logo. Okay, so I gave this path, and the title and description is already added in string.tsx. Okay, you can access my source code and you can use this existing strings. Okay, or you can create your own. Okay, it's up to you. Now save this one. Now what we have to do, we have to iterate this one. Okay, so inside one div I will just iterate this services list. Okay, so I will write services list dot map. Inside that I will add item. I will do like this, and inside div this div. Okay, now first of all we'll show the icon. Okay, so I will create another div inside div because I want to give the background and to this particular image. Okay, and inside that I will add the image source like this. Okay, so obviously image source is coming from the um, this particular list, right? So you can put the image list using the curly braces item dot logo. Okay, and save it. If you see, it will display the three logo. Okay, but this size is too big, so let's give some styling. So add class name, and then we'll add width of 80 pixel and height of 80 pixel. Okay, and save it. And if you see, now it's look much better. Okay, also let's give some padding of 5. Okay, and then to this div let's add some styling. So here first of all I will add the background of gray, and I will add 200. Okay, and I will make rounded to be full and save it. And if you see, it will look like this. Okay, it's weird, right? So what we can do, uh, first of all we can also give width and height, similar width and height to this div as well. Okay, so that it will look like circle. See? Okay, now to this particular div, right, which we define here you can mark it as a flex. Okay, and make sure justify around. Okay, and I will also give margin from the top so that it will be evenly spread out. See? Okay, perfect. Next, on the hover of this one, right, I will give some hover effect, right? So what we can do for this image styling, we can give hover scale to 110, and for smooth animation I will add the transition all and save it. If I hover on it, see, it's coming zoom in out, right? And also I will make cursor pointer, so you will see the pointer once I hover on it, right? Perfect. Now let's add the service name here after this particular div. Okay, so here I will add the h2 tag, and inside that I will write item dot title. Okay, and after that I will add item dot description, and then save it. And if you see, the description title is showing. Okay, now let's give some styling to this one. So here I will say class name, margin top to 5, then font to be bold, and save it. Okay, perfect, it look perfectly fine. Then we can give them some size styling to this one. Text gray 400, maybe like this. Okay, and save it. If you see, perfectly looking fine, but we want everything to be in the center. Okay, so to bring everything in the center we can give styling to this one. So here you can write class name, text to be center. Okay, like this, and save it. And if you see, the only text is came to the center. So okay, so now here you can make flex column, and then you can make justify center. So all the content will need to become center. Okay, let's give item to be in the center as well, to bring this as a center. Okay, now you can give some gap between these items. So I will give gap of 6 maybe, and if you see, we will give the gap as well. Okay, and on hover it's looking perfectly fine. Now after this, each of these particular services I will add one button. Okay, so I will add one icon. Okay, so I will just paste it here, and this icon we will use it after this h2 tag. We'll use this icon, and if you see, arrow icon is showing. Okay, now for this icon we'll add some styling. Okay, so let's add class name, and we'll add the background green 500. Okay, and if you see, this is how it looks. Okay, then we'll add a text of 35 pixel, and after that we'll add the padding of 2. Okay, and we make text to be white, and if I save it, it will look like this. Make it rounded, so we'll add rounded to be full, and we'll make cursor pointer. Okay, so if I hover on it, it will look cursor pointer. Okay, then on hover, I will give the uh, scale to 110, and I will make for smooth animation the transition all. Okay, and if I save it, if I hover it, it beautifully zoom in and out. Okay, perfect. So that's all for these services, and if you have any question, let me know. Now let's apply some styling to these services. That's what I forgot, I think. So for these services, right, we'll apply some styling. So where is services? Here. So here in class name, make text of 24 pixel and font to be bold, and save it, and now it look beautiful. Okay, perfect. Okay guys, so if you have any question, any doubt, let me know in the comment section, and we'll move to the next. Now let's add the progress bar. Okay, if I scroll here, okay, you see this green bar or this progress bar is showing on the scroll. Okay, and this slightly move, right, even though if I release, right, it smoothly move to down or up. See, okay, so this, so let's go back to our code, and inside this component folder we create a new component called progress bar dot tsx. Okay, and add the default template. Now this program bar, we will add this component into this app.tsx. Okay, before this profile pic section. Okay, so I will add profile, sorry, progress bar. Okay, and save it, and just check whether you are able to see. Right now you are not able to see because it's somewhere behind this one. Okay, so what we can do now, inside this progress bar we will implement first. Okay, so inside this div we'll add another div. Okay, and let's add some class name. So we'll add class name, we'll say background green 600. Okay, then uh after this one, right, we'll add border. Okay, this contains the progress, actually how much progress is completed, right, and this one is actually um the skeleton of this progress bar. Okay, so I will give width of 1.5. Okay, so you can give like this, and if I hover it, right, see the width is equivalent to 6 pixel. Okay, then we can give background gray color. Okay, so like gray 200, and I want to position to be fixed, and I will give margin left to -5. Okay, this I will explain you how why I'm giving this margin. Okay, and we'll give margin top to 90 pixel. Okay, because we want to start it from here. Okay, not from this side, that's why, and this height is 90 pixel. That's the reason I give the margin top to 90 pixel. Then we'll give height, full height. Okay, and we'll give margin bottom to 4 if needed, but that's fine. Okay, and save it. Now if you go back, if you see this particular gray color is coming, right. Now another thing, right, we can show the progress here. Okay, if you have put the style, and let's put the height inside this one, right, height in the percentage, for example 30%. Okay, and save it, you will see the change. See, 30% is completed. Okay, now we need to convert this into the actual progress. Okay, so what you need to do, um, just you have to write some logic. Okay, so first of all, let's define a constant which hold the value. So let's define constant called scroll top, comma, set scroll top is equal to use state. Okay, it's not suggesting, that's fine. Okay, just go ahead and import this react import. Okay, from here only you can add it like this. Okay, and also in use effect. Okay, let's define use effect, and obviously we want to execute this use effect only once whenever this component get load. Okay, so here we have event listener called window dot add event listener, and this event listener name is scroll. Okay, and on that one we gonna call the on scroll method. Okay, so we'll define on scroll method here. So define constant on scroll. Okay, and the arrow function like this, and inside that we'll define constant window scroll. Okay, and here we will get the value. So let's say document dot document element dot scroll. Okay, so this will give the total value of the scroll. Okay, now let's get the height. So let's say height is equal to document. Okay, so it's similar to this one. So document dot document element dot scroll height. Okay, minus how much user scroll. So here we can say document dot document element dot client height. So how much client scroll, right? So total height minus remaining height, that's what we get the height. Okay, and now we have to convert it into percentage. Okay, so here we can say constant scroll, how much total scroll, right, in percentage. So we have to calculate, right, window scroll divided by height. So this is formula. Okay, into 100 to get the percentage, and just set the scroll top value as a scroll. Okay, and here we have to return the value from the use effect. So here we can write return. Okay, window dot remove event listener. Okay, and we have to remove scroll comma on scroll once it's released. Okay, whenever a user scroll, this effect will get called, and after that it will remove the event listener. Okay, now this particular scroll top we have to define. Okay, so this need to be scroll, right? The scroll, I don't know what is the is error. The type number is not assembled type parameter state. Okay, so here you can define some state like uh any. Okay, and then you can just define the scroll top instead of this one. Okay, so you can just remove this one and give this quote, then dollar sign, and then inside that you have to define the value and percentage sign outside of this one. Okay, and save it. Let's try this one. So if I scroll, see, the scroll is working, but it's not that much smooth, right? So in order to make it smooth, so here you can just for this particular div, right, you have to define the transition all. Okay, so automatically it gives animation, and you can define the animation. So in this case I will define ease out and define the duration, how much duration one. Okay, I'm giving maximum duration 1000 means 1 second. And now if you see, right, if I scroll, see how smoothly it's moving, right? So that's what the scroll bar is working. Okay, if you have any question, any doubt, let me know in the comment section. So guys, that's all for this video. The extended or the next video of this particular portfolio is available on my channel only for members. Okay, so if you are not member, you want to become a member, go to my channel and you will see this join button here. Okay, nearby subscribe, or on this video you will see the join button near the subscribe. Okay, and also subscribe to my channel. Once you join this video, you will get a lot of perks, okay, including the t-shirts, badge, and lot of things every month. Okay, so please do join. In the next video we're gonna learn how to add these services, then this language skills, the hard skill, the portfolio, a lot of different things. Okay, the projects and all, how to add contacts. You can even jump to this, you will see this beautiful menu. Everything you will get to know about this particular portfolio application in my member only video. Okay, so please join the video, and if you did not subscribe to my channel, please do subscribe.